Imagine for a moment that everything you're experiencing today, every victory, every frustration, every closed door, isn't the work of fate, but of your own mind. What if I told you that you have the power to alter your reality, to bend the rules of what you think is possible, just by changing what's going on inside your head? Today, we're going to explore how to change your reality through the power of your mind in 5 simple steps. But before I show you the way, I want you to feel the weight of this idea. You're not just watching a video, you're about to unlock an ability that can rewrite your life. To do this, we're going to go back to a man who dedicated everything to this mystery. Jacobo Grinberg, a Mexican neuroscientist who mysteriously disappeared in 1994, leaving behind a legacy that challenges everything we think we know about consciousness. He believed that the human mind is a portal, a bridge between the invisible and the tangible, and that changing reality isn't about ignoring the world out there, but transforming it from within, like a silent alchemist shaping chaos into gold. If this idea is already messing with your head, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, comment what you're feeling right now, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Your energy helps this knowledge reach further. Now take a deep breath and come with me, because what Grinberg discovered goes beyond theory. In his experiments, he showed that 2 people meditating in sync could influence each other's brains from a distance, as if the mind was a wave that transcends space. He called this the synergistic field, an invisible network that connects everything, and the most impressive thing. He said we don't need machines or laboratories to access this power. It's inside us, waiting to be activated. The 5 steps we're going to explore today are the key to that. And the first one is brutally simple but transformative. Looking into the mirror of your own mind and facing what's really controlling you. Think about it. How many times have you felt like your life is an echo of something you didn't even choose? Fears you can't explain, doubts that hold you back, as if someone programmed a script that you follow without even realizing it. The psychologist Carl Jung said that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Grinberg took that further. He proved that what we think not only guides our actions, but can alter the very fabric of reality around us. The first step isn't about changing the world yet. It's about realizing that you're on autopilot, built by beliefs that aren't always yours. Close your eyes for a second and ask yourself, what's running through my head right now? Are they voices of limitation or seeds of possibility? That's the starting point, and it's already pulling you towards something bigger. Stick with me, because soon we're going to get into the second step, where we start breaking those invisible chains. To show you that this isn't just philosophy, think about Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, who wrote that, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." He used the power of his mind to find meaning in the midst of hell, proving that external reality can be cruel, but the internal one is ours to shape. If you've watched this far, say in the comments, "I see the portal." I want to know who's ready to cross that line with me. In the next few minutes, we're going to take that awakening and turn it into action step by step, with tools that you can use today. This isn't just a video, it's the beginning of something that can take you as far as you dare to dream. Let's continue this journey together, because what's coming next will make you question everything you thought you knew. Now that you've looked in the mirror of your mind and seen the autopilot that was guiding your choices, what do we do with that? Welcome to the second step, reprogramming what's inside you. Changing your reality through the power of the mind isn't just about noticing the patterns, it's about replacing them with something new, something that you deliberately choose. Jacobo Grinberg said that consciousness is like a blank canvas, but we fill it with brushstrokes of beliefs that don't always serve us. Think about the stories you tell yourself every day. I'm not good enough. This will never work. Those aren't absolute truths, they're echoes of the past, and the second step is to silence those voices with intention. How? Start small. Take a belief that limits you and turn it inside out. If you think you'll never be successful, write on a piece of paper, "I am capable of creating the success I desire," and repeat that while looking in your own eyes in the mirror. Seems simple, but neuroscience backs this up. Repetition molds the brain, and the brain molds reality. Have you ever felt how a thought can change the way your body reacts? Fear speeds up your heart. Hope brings lightness. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Dr. Joe Dispenza, an epigenetics researcher, has shown that when we change our thoughts consistently, even our genes start to respond differently. It's like you're rewriting the code of your life, line by line. So in this second step, the secret is practice. Choose a powerful affirmation and live it. Don't just say it. Visualize what you want as if it were already real. Smell the scent, feel the touch, experience the emotion. Jim Carrey didn't just write that $10 million check. He saw himself receiving it, and years later, reality came knocking. It's not instant magic, it's training. It's deciding that you're no longer going to be a hostage to what was programmed into you. And if you're thinking, "But what if I fail?" That's just another belief to reprogram. Let's go to the next level together. We've arrived at the third step, directing your mental energy like an arrow pointed at a target. Changing your reality through the power of your mind requires focus, because your energy goes where your attention is. Have you noticed how, when you become obsessed with something negative, more of it appears? That's what scientists call confirmation bias. Your mind seeks evidence of what you believe. So the trick here is to turn that game in your favor. Take that desire you visualized in step 2 and now give it all your attention. It's not just imagining, it's living as if it were inevitable. Grinberg talked about a state of coherence, where mind and heart come into sync, creating a frequency that resonates with what you want to attract. It sounds esoteric, but science is starting to understand this. Studies with meditation show that when we focus intensely, the brain enters gamma waves, a state of creativity and maximum connection. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He didn't see failure, he saw learning, because his energy was fixed on the end result. In the third step, you do the same. Choose a goal, visualize it with absurd clarity, and act as if you were already on the way. If you want peace, act calmly even in chaos. If you want abundance, feel gratitude for what you already have. This isn't pretending, it's training your mind to see the world in a new way. If you've watched this far, say in the comments, "My energy creates my future." I want to see who's with me on this. In the next few minutes, we're going to explore how to overcome the blocks that try to pull you back, because this journey is getting more and more intense, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. You've already reprogrammed your beliefs and directed your energy towards what you want to create, but suddenly, something pulls you back. A doubt, a fear, an echo of the past saying, "Who do you think you are to dream so big?" Welcome to the fourth step. Overcoming the blocks that try to keep you in the same reality as always. Changing your reality through the power of the mind isn't a path without obstacles. But here's the truth. Those blocks aren't enemies. They're signs that you're growing. Jacobo Grinberg said that resistance arises when the old mind, comfortable in the known, fights against the new version of you that is being born. Think of it as a cocoon breaking. It hurts, but it's the only way to fly. The fourth step is to face those internal monsters and disarm them, not with force, but with understanding. When fear appears, ask, "Where did you come from? Who put you there?" You'll see that often it has no real root, only borrowed power. Let's make this practical. Imagine you want a new job, but a voice whispers, "You're not qualified." That's the block. Instead of fighting it, take a deep breath and answer, "I don't need to be perfect, I just need to start." The psychologist Carol Dweck calls this a growth mindset, believing that you can learn even when failure knocks on the door. Studies show that people who face challenges as opportunities are rewiring their brains for resilience. So, in the fourth step, you don't run from the shadows, you illuminate them. Take a notebook and write down each limiting thought that comes up. Then next to it, write a new truth. I don't deserve it becomes, I am worthy of everything I desire. This simple exercise is like digging the soil of your mind and pulling out the weeds that suffocate your dreams. It's not easy, but it's liberating. What if the block is deeper? Maybe a trauma, a loss that still weighs. Here the work is more subtle but powerful. Viktor Frankl, who survived the worst that humanity can offer, said that meaning saves us. Find a why bigger than the fear, for yourself, for your family, for a better world, and use that as an anchor. Changing your reality through the power of the mind requires you to be bigger than your scars, but you don't have to do it alone. Meditation, honest conversations, even tears, all of this clears the way. Grinberg believed that by dissolving these internal knots, energy flows freely, connecting you to the synergistic field he studied. And when that happens, what you visualize gains strength like a river that finally breaks the dam. Stick with me, because the next step is where it all comes together. If you've ever felt those blocks, you know how noisy they can be. But today, you're learning how to silence them. Think of Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years, but never imprisoned in his mind. He visualized freedom, not the cell, and that internal strength changed a nation. In the fourth step, you do the same. Choose what stays and what goes. If you've watched this far, say in the comments, I am stronger than my blocks. I want to see who's facing these shadows with me. In the next few minutes, we're going to take everything we've built, awareness, new beliefs, focused energy, and this courage, and transform it into something concrete. The journey is reaching its climax, and you won't believe what's coming next. We've reached the point where everything connects. The moment when you take the awareness, the reprogrammed beliefs, the focused energy, and the courage to overcome blocks and transform it into reality. Welcome to the fifth step. Manifesting your desires as a deliberate act of creation. Changing your reality through the power of the mind isn't just dreaming. It's making the dream become flesh, bone, and life. Jacobo Grinberg said that when we align mind and emotion, we enter a state of coherence that resonates with the universe, as if the world were conspiring in our favor. The fifth step is simple, but it demands everything from you. Live as if it were already real. It's not waiting for something to happen. It's acting, feeling, and deciding as if what you want were already here. Want love? Act with love now. Want abundance? Feel gratitude today. This is the final bridge between what you think and what you live. Think of it as planting a seed. In the previous steps, you prepared the soil, removed the weeds, watered with focus, and protected with resilience. Now in the fifth step, you harvest, but only those who believe in the harvest before seeing it harvest. Neuroscience supports this. Dr. Andrew Newberg studied monks in meditation and saw that when they imagined themselves in elevated states, the brain activated the same areas as in real experiences. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what you visualize with emotion and what's in front of you. It builds reality anyway. So, take that desire you chose at the beginning, close your eyes, and feel it happening now. It's not just imagining, it's embodying. Walk as if you've already arrived. Speak as if it were already true. Jim Carrey didn't just visualize the check. He carried it in his pocket until it tore, and the universe responded. But here's the key. Manifestation isn't passive, it's aligned action. Want to change your reality? Take the first step today. Send that message, write that idea. Get off the couch. The physicist David Bohm, who influenced Grinberg, said that the universe is a hologram where each part reflects the whole. Your action is the trigger that moves the rest. What if you fail? Go back to step 4. overcome the block, and try again. Changing your reality through the power of the mind is a living cycle, not a straight line. If you've watched this far, say in the comments, "I manifest my reality. I want to see who made it to the end with me." You now have the 5 steps: awareness, reprogramming, focus, resilience, and manifestation, and the power to use them is in your hands. This journey doesn't end here, it begins. What are you going to create with this? A lighter life, an old dream, a version of yourself that you didn't even know existed? I believe in you. And if this video touched you, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment on how you're going to apply these steps, and share it with someone who needs this flame. You are the architect of your reality, and the world is waiting to see what you will build. Start now, because the next chapter is yours.